Hey, how's it going? My name is Michael, and I talk about branding. We're answering your question today, is branding just visuals? The short answer is no, it is not. Oh my God. But you may not know, so we're going to go through it right now. When we talk about branding, I understand it's easy to get caught up in the visuals. Logos, color schemes, typography, photography. What? Photography, videography. Little cartoon characters. But branding is so much more than all of that visual stuff. In fact, a brand can have no visuals. What if you're blind? Your brand is really the heart of your business. It encompasses emotions, experiences, and hopefully your core values. And those things all come together and help define who you are in the marketplace. So understanding the full scope of branding is really important. It's really important to know that it's not just visuals and it's the entire thing that encompasses everything that you do. That's really great, Mike. Why is that important? Blah, blah, talking a lot, blah, blah. I know. But why is it important? Because your consumers are absolutely bombarded daily with all of your competitors, constantly, everywhere they go. Advertisements, billboards, it's everywhere. And if you don't stand out or attract the right crowd, number one, you're going to waste your marketing money. And number two, you're not going to make any sales. And number three, you're going to go out of business really fast. And if you're not connecting with your audience on an emotional level, then somebody else is going to, and they're going to take that audience right from you. I just connected with you on an emotional level by making you scared that someone's going to come take your audience. It's not that hard. So now we're going to talk about some parts of branding that go beyond the visual brand. How many more times can I blink? So brand identity versus visual identity. Brand identity is everything that you do encompassed in the minds of the people that deal with you, and they take that little perception of you and they place you in the market somewhere. Visual identity, on the other hand, is just the visual aspect of the branding. It's only the parts that you can see. And the reason for this video is because that's what most people think branding is. But obviously it's just a little fraction of it. And here's the rest. Emotional connection, we already talked about that. But it's a big one. Seriously, you're going to need to have an emotional connection with your audience, with your customers, whatever, if you want them to keep coming back for more. If you want them to care about your company, which, let's be honest, guys, it's really hard to care about a company. Companies are about making money after all. Are you going to come to everybody and say, hey, you should buy from me because my company's about making money? No. Let's try to use our marketing heads a little better than that. I mean, some brands are so good at this that people take the brand and make it part of their identity. They only wear Nike stuff. They only wear Adidas stuff, and they get in fights with people about things other people are wearing. Can you imagine having a business that successful? My God, please sign me up. We talked about this in another video. Consistency across all touch points. Consistency in message, tone, visuals. All these things need to remain the same. If you got 5 people writing 5 different things in parts of your business, you got to get that stuff together, get all those little brains together and get everybody starting to say the same thing because you're confusing people if you're not controlling all of that. Storytelling is a huge part of branding, and your logo is not going to tell a story the way an article or the way a video would. Good stories make your brand relatable and memorable, and it helps to establish a deep emotional connection with your audience. Your brand's value proposition is what sets you apart from your competitors. Your branding should communicate your unique value. Why should people buy your stuff and not the other guy? You need to have that communicated all the time. What makes your service or product unique? How do you solve a problem better than someone else? Community building is another huge part of your brand. If you can successfully get a group of people into a room, into a group, into a video call together, and if those people can actually start to build their own emotional connections to each other with you as the reason for them coming together, now you have something really powerful. Now you have brand advocates that are going out speaking to people about you for free. And they're doing it because they deeply believe inside that this thing that you're selling is the right thing for someone else, and they'll tell them about it. And when they do tell them about it, the person receiving this anecdote will hear and feel the emotion from this person. Because why would somebody tell somebody something good about a product if not to sell them on it? And if they're not going to make any money from it, it's the most genuine word of mouth marketing that you can do. Brand advocacy. Now, for larger companies that have a bunch of employees, there's another advocate that you can have. And who's that? Your employees. Your employees aren't probably making money when you make money either. You're probably paying them this normal rate for their time, a time exchange for money. So why would an employee care at all about your company? Well, It's easy, really. An employee would care about your company if you treated them well, if you bring them into the fold and make them feel like they're part of the team. Respect them. Let them know their time is actually valuable, and you'll have employee advocates. Now, I think we've all worked for bad employers before and good employers before. There are definitely employers that I would recommend to some people and others that I would laugh if I knew that they were applying to this place. Anyway, feedback loop. You got to have a good feedback. You got to have an amazing feedback loop. You need to listen to your audience and evolve your brand based on their feedback. Remember, put your ego away. This is about making money here. That's why we have a business. So you need to listen to the people you're selling to. If you're not doing the right things, listen to them. Adjust. If you've had a huge failure, apologize. Make it right. Empathize with them. Let them know that you care. Also, when you do get feedback, respond as fast as you can. This person put in time to give you real feedback. Respect their time and say thank you as fast as you can. It's a big deal. You don't want to deter them from giving you further feedback in the future. And this is all great, but how can you future-proof your brand? You're making all these decisions and you're making all these decisions on what to say, what it should look like, and all that kind of stuff. How can you make sure it's future-proof? You're doing an awful lot of work here. You don't want to have to change it in a couple weeks, couple months, even a year out. But it's important to remember that the market is always changing. So in reality, every little piece of content or marketing material that you put out, you should have learned something since the last one you put out. You should have learned something about your customers, about your product, about the market. And all those things will cause your product to slightly evolve little by little. If you resist these kinds of changes, you will fail. And guess how AI just came out and wiped out companies? AI is probably one of the biggest disruptors that we're ever going to see, ever. But it's just an example. If you're not willing to fail in business and then evolve, you're going to take the L and that's going to be it for you. And nobody wants that to happen. My God, that was kind of a rant. Yikes. So anyway, quick recap. Branding's not just visuals. It goes way beyond that. It encompasses every part of your business, as you now know. If you need any help with your branding stuff, shoot me a DM. What's one way that you can improve your brand right now? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Is that it? Is there anything else I need to say? Don't pick at your face before you record a video.